Organized religion represents a structured system of belief centered on a supernatural or divine reality. It often involves a collection of sacred texts, rituals, and a moral code that followers are expected to adhere to. Religions like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and Buddhism provide comprehensive worldviews that explain the origins of the universe, the nature of existence, and what happens after death. These traditions have shaped civilizations for millennia, offering guidance, comfort, and a sense of collective identity to billions. They are not monolithic. Each religion contains vast diversity within itself, with different sects and interpretations. However, they generally share a reliance on faith in a power or reality that exists beyond the observable material world. This faith forms the bedrock of their entire belief structure. Secular humanism, in contrast, is a worldview that places human beings at the center of understanding. It is a philosophy that rejects supernatural claims and instead relies on reason, science, and empirical evidence to make sense of the world. Humanists believe that humans are capable of being ethical and moral without religion or a divine being. They emphasize human potential, individual dignity, and the importance of creating a just and compassionate society through our own efforts. It is a progressive philosophy, meaning its understanding of the world evolves as new knowledge is discovered. Secular humanism is not an organized religion with set dogmas, but rather a philosophical stance and an ethical framework for living a fulfilling life in the here and now. The fundamental difference between these two approaches lies in their ultimate source of authority and truth. For organized religion, truth is often revealed through divine scripture, prophets, or sacred traditions that are passed down through generations. This revelation is considered absolute and provides a fixed point of reference for all aspects of life, from personal conduct to social organization. Believers find certainty and direction in these timeless teachings, seeing them as a gift from a higher power. This divine source gives religious doctrines a sense of transcendence and ultimate meaning that is separate from human opinion or changing cultural norms, providing a stable foundation in an often chaotic world. For secular humanism, the source of truth and authority is humanity itself, guided by logic, empathy, and the scientific method. There are no sacred texts or divine commandments. Instead, knowledge is something that is continually sought, tested, and revised. Humanists look to human experience, history, and scientific discovery to build their understanding of reality. This approach is inherently provisional and open to change, celebrating intellectual curiosity and critical inquiry. The responsibility for creating a better world rests entirely on human shoulders, without appealing to supernatural intervention. This places a great emphasis on education, free thought, and collaborative problem-solving to address the challenges facing humanity and the planet. In many organized religions, morality is understood as a set of divine commands. These ethical rules are laid out in holy books like the Bible, the Quran, or the Torah, and are believed to originate from God or a higher power. Actions are judged as right or wrong based on their alignment with these sacred laws. For example, the Ten Commandments in Judeo-Christian traditions provide clear instructions on how to live a righteous life. Following these rules is not just a matter of social harmony, but is often tied to one's spiritual destiny, promising rewards in the afterlife for obedience and punishment for transgression. This divine framework provides a clear and unwavering moral compass for believers to navigate the complexities of life. Secular humanism derives its ethical framework from human-centered reasoning, empathy, and a consideration of consequences. Morality is not handed down from a divine authority, but is developed through our innate ability to feel for others and our rational understanding of what actions lead to human flourishing. Humanists argue that we can determine that harming others is wrong because we can empathize with their suffering and logically conclude that a society built on mutual respect and cooperation is better for everyone. Ethical principles are therefore subject to discussion and refinement as our understanding of psychology, sociology, and justice evolves. The goal is to maximize well-being and minimize harm in this life, using human intelligence as our guide. When it comes to finding meaning and purpose, religion often provides a grand cosmic narrative. A believer's life is seen as part of a larger divine plan, and their purpose is frequently defined by their relationship with God. This can involve serving God, fulfilling a divine mission, and preparing for an eternal existence after death. This perspective gives individual lives a profound sense of significance, connecting personal struggles and triumphs to an ultimate transcendent reality. The belief that one's existence matters in the grand scheme of the universe can provide immense comfort, hope, and a powerful motivation to endure hardship. Meaning is discovered within this pre-existing spiritual framework. Secular humanists believe that meaning and purpose are not discovered but created by individuals. Since there is no divine plan or predetermined cosmic purpose, it is up to each person to craft a life that they find fulfilling and meaningful. This purpose can be found in a variety of human experiences, in building loving relationships, pursuing knowledge and creativity, working to alleviate suffering, or contributing to the progress of humanity. Meaning is found in the here and now, in the connections we make with others and the impact we have on the world. This view empowers individuals to take control of their own life's narrative, finding significance in their own choices, achievements, and contributions to the human story. Organized religions have traditionally viewed knowledge as a combination of empirical observation and divine revelation. While many religious traditions have historically been centers of scientific and philosophical inquiry, they hold that some truths are beyond the reach of human reason alone. These ultimate truths are accessed through faith and are preserved in sacred texts and institutional authorities, such as a church, a priesthood, or a council of elders. This established authority is responsible for interpreting scripture and guiding the faithful, ensuring that the core tenets of the belief system are maintained through time. For believers, this provides a sense of continuity and trust in a wisdom that transcends individual understanding. Secular humanism champions a method of seeking knowledge that is firmly rooted in the scientific method, skepticism, and critical inquiry. It posits that the most reliable path to understanding the universe is through observation, experimentation, and logical reasoning. No idea or claim, no matter how cherished, is considered immune to questioning. Authority is not derived from tradition or a sacred text, but from evidence and logical consistency. An expert's authority is respected only insofar as their claims can be backed by verifiable data and peer review. This approach fosters intellectual independence and encourages a continuous process of learning and discovery, where knowledge is always provisional and open to improvement. Community is a cornerstone of organized religion. Churches, mosques, synagogues, and temples are not just places of worship. They are vibrant social hubs. They provide a powerful sense of belonging, uniting people through shared beliefs, rituals, and values. These communities offer mutual support, especially in times of crisis, celebrating life's milestones and mourning its losses together. Religious institutions often run charities, schools, and social programs that serve both their members and the wider public. This communal structure creates a strong social fabric, reinforcing shared identity and providing a network of care that can be a profound source of strength for individuals and families. Secular humanists also place a high value on building community, though they do so without a religious framework. They form groups and organizations based on shared values like reason, compassion, and social justice. These can include ethical societies, humanist associations, and community service groups. The goal is to create a supportive environment where individuals can connect with like-minded people, engage in meaningful discussions, and work together on projects that improve society. The sense of belonging comes from a shared commitment to human welfare and progress. These communities strive to provide the same social and emotional support found in religious congregations, proving that a strong communal bond can be forged through shared humanistic ideals. Both worldviews face significant criticisms. Organized religion is often challenged for its dogmatism, its resistance to scientific progress, and its historical role in conflicts and oppression. Critics point to instances where religious authority has been used to justify intolerance, violence, and the suppression of individual freedoms, particularly those of women and minority groups. The reliance on ancient texts can lead to clashes with modern ethical sensibilities and scientific understanding, creating a tension between faith and the contemporary world. Furthermore, the claim of possessing exclusive divine truth has, at times, fostered a divisive us versus them mentality between different faiths, hindering cooperation. Secular humanism is not without its own set of criticisms. Some argue that by rejecting a divine source for morality, it leads to moral relativism, where right and wrong become a matter of personal opinion or cultural preference. Without the promise of an afterlife or divine judgment, critics question what motivation there is for people to act selflessly or make sacrifices for the greater good. It has also been described as being intellectually elitist or cold, lacking the emotional comfort, rich symbolism, and profound sense of mystery that religion provides to billions. For some, a worldview based solely on human reason feels incomplete, failing to address the deeper spiritual longings of the human heart. Despite their profound differences, there is a surprising amount of common ground. Both religious traditions and secular humanism often converge on core ethical values. The Golden Rule, the principle of treating others as you would want to be treated, is a cornerstone of nearly every major religion and is also a central tenet of humanist ethics. Both worldviews strongly advocate for compassion, justice, love, and peace. Many religious believers and secular humanists find themselves working side by side in efforts to fight poverty, protect the environment, and advocate for human rights. This shared commitment to human welfare demonstrates that different paths can lead to a similar desire for a better world. Ultimately, the question of whether these two worldviews can coexist is crucial for our increasingly pluralistic global society. A path forward requires mutual respect and a willingness to focus on shared goals. Religious believers can appreciate the humanist emphasis on reason and social justice, while humanists can recognize the profound good that religious communities do through charity and by providing meaning to their members. Instead of focusing on an unresolvable clash of worldviews, both can work together for the common good. By collaborating on issues like climate change, global poverty, and social inequality, they can build a more compassionate and sustainable world for everyone, regardless of their ultimate beliefs about the universe.